Previously on the Rod Pedersen Show.
There's a lot of different ways to... You don't like when I say this. I can't say skin a cat anymore. There's a lot of ways to make the soup. He doesn't want the... He doesn't want the PETA people after me.
Do we still have the PETA photo? We never did put it up. Do you still have it, Clark? Can we put it up?
We'll take a break. What do we got? What do we got here? I didn't even know the...
Here's your PETA photo.
Stop using anti-animal language. So you just found that fast?
So I had queued him up with this a while ago. So instead of kill two birds with one stone, it's feed two birds with one scone. Instead of be the guinea pig, it's be the test tube. Or, you know, you always say looking up a dead horse's ass. That's not on here. But instead of beat a dead horse, it's feed a fed horse.
Stop! What's wrong with beat a dead horse? The horse is already dead.
Yeah, but they say feed a fed horse.
No. There's nothing offensive about beat a dead horse because the horse is already dead. Stop it.
Let's make a note. Look at the bottom corner. It's PETA's list. It's not mine. I didn't come up with it. Anyways, that's...
Come on.
Get ready for the Rod Pedersen Show. Now,
if you had to lose one item into the fire, what would you rather be, a hot dog or a marshmallow? 80% of people saying they couldn't bear to lose the hot dog.
how about that?
But when a marshmallow's burning, it's on fire, man, that's just a horrible feeling, too.
Right. I know.
And you can't touch it.
And you're looking around, everybody's occupied with their own thing, and you're like, help me, somebody blow it out.
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
It absolutely is. G'day, Canada and Canadian sports fans around the world. Welcome to your favorite daytime sports talk show. And the only daytime sports talk show in Canada, by the way. So we're an easy number one. How are you, dude?
Still number one.
How you doing, Moose?
I'm doing really good. You?
Okay. Oh, good, except I just saw a statement. I literally just opened up my emails now because we've had a holy war going on here in the last 5 minutes. Thanks, Abou. Didn't take long for you to come in that we're at war, a jihad. I didn't know if I could say that or not. So, yeah, that broke out, and then I just saw a statement here. Canadian Football League released the following statement on the passing of Montreal Alouettes co-owner Sid Spiegel. The CFL is deeply saddened to learn of the passing of Alouettes co-owner Sid Spiegel. Sid and his son-in-law, Gary Stern, made a strong commitment to one of our great franchises at an important time in its history and have tackled the challenge and opportunity before them with passion and enthusiasm. There's more, but condolences to the Alouettes and the family of Sid Spiegel. Like, I literally just opened my emails and that came up. So,
wow.
What a start to FlameTech Football Friday.
No kidding. That's tough. Really tough news. So, yeah, absolutely. Thoughts are with the Allowance.
And to Gary Stern, his business partner, obviously his family.
Right on the cusp of a season, too, and to have to deal with that.
It is a FlameTech Football Friday. FlameTech is locally owned and operated industry leaders in commercial and industrial combustion technology. I hope you're ready to talk some football. You know that it's a huge day for the Blue Jays. That's why I'm wearing this Blue Jays pullover, 3/4 zip, from our friends at the Ultimate Fan Zone in Moose Jaw, because it's Major League Baseball trade deadline. The Jays are home tonight to the Kansas City Royals, which is in my Quick Six show topics. But I do want to mention, coming up on the program today, Mike Abou-Mechrek. It's been so long since I've introduced him on the air. 10 years in the CFL? Something like, that's what it said in the yearbook, Jim. And Grey Cup champion and all-around good guy. But super pest to me. And then we're going to Calgary to be joined by Stampeders chief punk and blogger Ryan Ballantine and podcaster from 3downnation.com and Big Brother Canada. So you people in Calgary that cheer for the Stampeders might want to listen up when Ballantine joins us. And then Justin Dunk in hour 2 to talk all things CFL. So it's going to be fun. Let's hit the Quick Six show topics, please. The horn. Thank Thank you, Jordan. Well, number one, NFL training camps are open. And more than anything, while I am not the biggest Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, I was cheering for them from Abou's couch, Super Bowl Sunday. That was a great day, by the way, wasn't it? It was so great. We'll recount that a little later. I'm just following Tampa Bay camp. Tom looks so good. Dak Prescott's hurt already in Dallas. And the Cowboys, of course, got a head start because they're playing in the Hall of Fame game next week. I'm just enjoying soaking in the NFL coverage, the drama, because it's as much about the off-field drama as it is what's going the X's and O's, right? People understand that?
Oh, yeah.
It's like NASCAR. It's as much about the crashes and the inter-office drama on the track as it is about who's leading who.
For sure.
What are you watching in the NFL training camp?
Oh, yeah. A little bit of that, to see where Tampa's at. They're going to have a full season now with Tom. I mean, they had a full season last year, but they all talk about it took them 9 weeks to get integrated into Tom's offense and what they wanted to do and all get on the same page. So now they'll have a full season. The Dak situation's interesting. How engaged is Aaron Rodgers? What's going to happen with Deshaun Watson? There's so many storylines right across the NFL, so I'm kind of following that.
I guess, should we have been surprised that Deshaun Watson's in camp with the Houston Texans while facing this rash of charges from the women in the Houston area? I guess we shouldn't have been surprised. That's the real big difference about America versus Canada. Real big difference. Down there, it's innocent until proven guilty. Up here, it's guilty till proven innocent. That's how I feel. So we probably shouldn't be surprised that Deshaun Watson's in camp with the Texans. Anyways, moving on to point 2. It's CFL final cut down day. I think it is, I'm getting mixed up with my times. Baseball's trade deadline's 4 p.m. Eastern, and the CFL cut down day is 10 p.m. Eastern, I think.
Okay.
Worlds colliding, Jerry.
I know, right?
Worlds colliding. This had to happen. We had NHL free agency opening Wednesday, CFL final cut down day, Major League Baseball trade deadline day. It's a lot to stay on top of. But I feel like we're doing a pretty good job of it. Some of the guys that have been cut. How do you cut Sean Lemon?
I know. And we've seen some. Now, again, we only see highlights and clips. So for me to sit here and say, hey, he's having a good camp because I saw a highlight of him, blowing by this tackle.
Yeah, you never know.
But he's a veteran who always seems to show up and play pretty well. But, again, coaches and the good ones, the good coaches and the good GMs seem to know the best before date, don't they?
Yeah. Well, listen, people have sniffed out something's going on in Edmonton. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, we're going to find out. It really is a new general manager in Brock Sunderland, a brand new head coach in Jamie Elizondo. And whether what they're doing pays off or not, who knows? They've disgruntled some vets, I guess. I don't know how it's going over within their own locker room. Maybe we need to get Trevor Harris on, see what he thinks about things, because he'd tell you.
Oh, yeah.
But Sean Lemon's a premier pass rusher in the Canadian Football League. I would think he's going to end up somewhere soon. I'm told that we could expect Chris Kasher, who was rush end cut by BC, and Thad Coleman, offensive tackle cut by Edmonton, could end up seeing them in Saskatchewan. But we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
So there's that. Point 3, this Texas OU thing leaving the Big 12 is just earth-shattering, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
For the SEC. And it was, did they initially, yesterday did they officially announce their intention? It hasn't been approved yet.
No, not yet. But they announced their intent to leave. It was formally, applied.
Does that mean they're gone?
No. I don't think so. I think it means they've formally submitted the application. Now it's on the table that we want to leave, and we want to join the SEC, and we'll see where it goes. But as we talked about, throughout the week, it's monumental for the Big 12, right? They lose a lot of revenue. It's all about money and all about dollars. I think the figures were something like, they go from $30 million in TV revenue down to like $9 million.
I thought it was seven.
Like it's single digits. So it's pretty monumental. And now they're talking about, I've heard the narrative, does the Big 12 need to leave altogether? And what other teams are looking at going, and might it just dissolve? Like, it's big, and we're not in that environment, so we don't really understand, the college football landscape in the U.S. and really what this means. But, I mean, it's, what do they say, the earthquake, and it reaches, we're feeling the aftershock of this all the way up here in Canada.
For sure. But we're going to continue to hear it because I'm hearing it every day. From our viewers checking in this morning, Jeff, the Stamps fan, says, Edmonton said Lemon was simply outplayed. Oh, what a can of worms. I can't wait to get Abou in here to get his take on this. Because remember Craig Dickinson saying, hey, if veterans lost a step because they weren't in shape, weren't game ready, they're going to be gone. Clearly no leeway given to vets in the CFL. Younger, cheaper, faster, you had a better camp. See you later. Nelson Vo, our content creator, writes in and he says, it's official. SEC voted 14-0 to accept them. Wow, breaking news. So they're gone.
They're gone.
They are gone to the SEC, which, frankly, I really thought Texas belonged in the SEC anyways, and probably Oklahoma too. So more reason to watch Southeastern Conference football. Oh, here we go. Dan Crofts joining us on the program, one of our viewers. The inimitable Crofty says, comment on the CFL comment from yesterday. Yes, pay them. I love the CFL and wish they paid the players more. Higher pay, higher talent. Get them playing, support them. I bought a new jersey this year. Go green. And number 9, NASCAR. Keep talking about both, Roddy. I will. Somebody asked me the other day my thoughts on this year's NASCAR season, and I actually had an opinion. Can you believe that? I'm enjoying the rivalry between the Busch brothers.
How about that?
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Bob's your uncle.
Put the headphones on if you want to know, Abou, what I'm laughing at. They're playing sound effects now. Since the last time you were in here.
I was loading my pipe and smoking.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. Point 4. Point 4. I woke up this morning having had a dream. I had a dream that Randy Ambrosie should get credit for saving the CFL. So I put that on Twitter. And when I say saving it, I mean the fact that they're playing, because I didn't think they'd get this far. I didn't. You people watch this show every day, and I was predicting the demise of the Canadian Football League in the spring. And I still have no idea how they pulled this off, Moose. I have no idea. But who's going to get the credit other than the players taking ginormous pay cuts, people that have sacrificed their jobs that aren't even in football anymore? There's been a lot of pain, but they're still playing. Who would get the credit for that? Yeah, I want to give it to the players, but I guess if you want to point the finger at one person, I would say Randy Ambrosie, and I will tell you, did you see my mentions?
I did.
Not necessarily a popular take by me. And I think, how did I word it? Does anybody feel the need to give Randy Ambrosie credit for saving the CFL? I put my hand up. I love that emoji. And then I got flamed for it. And some of my closest, dearest friends have been screaming into the phone at me about Randy Ambrosie. Why do you like this guy? He did this. He did that. He's this type of person. I'm like, I don't care. He's been really, really, really good to me. Why would I turn on the guy? He's been great to me. I say that to the core of my being. And I just think if somebody's got to get credit for the fact that the CFL is playing, I think the first place you would start, aside from the players, of course, is the commissioner. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, I can get behind that. I mean, you're always going to get people saying, well, it was the vaccines that were responsible for getting back on the field.
Didn't he come up with the vaccines too?
Well, that's what we hear, right? It was the health, you always want to give the blame to somebody else, and then, or the credit to somebody else and the blame to him, right? It's funny what I've, it's like Patrick Maroon winning Stanley Cups. People want to say he's not good enough. He won 3 Stanley Cups, the last 3 of them, right?
Yeah. And Chris Stigman has
last 3. With St. Louis and then with Tampa, they say, well, he was just on a team that won the cup. He wasn't responsible. They won despite him. And then when he doesn't win, they'll say, see, and they'll put the blame on him when a team doesn't win. It's the same with Randy. If you don't like him, you're never going to give him the credit. And if you like him, you look for reasons to give him the credit. So
yeah.
They're on the field, though, and that's what is exciting.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't think they would get this far.
Yeah.
And if you go and listen to my commentary this morning, or you can read it at rodpedersen.com, but it airs on Cat Country 98 FM and Rock 98.5 FM as well. I said Trudeau didn't write them the check they asked for, so we can't thank the Prime Minister for spit. They covered their salaries with the wage subsidy, but just like any other Canadian business, I don't think any Canadian can begrudge that. But Trudeau didn't go out of his way to help the CFL. They got money from somewhere. I don't know where it came from. We thought merging with the XFL was what they needed to be saved, and that didn't happen, and they're still playing. So a lot of people deserve credit for the fact that they're going to kick off next week, and everybody's excited. And maybe I should put a footnote on this by saying, did you see the one guy that wrote at me? He goes, maybe we should wait until the CFL's actually saved before dishing out credit. And I'm like, dope!
Yeah.
What? I got sucked in. Huh?
Well, they're saying
to the company, they say everything's great. What do you mean? They're playing. Everything's awesome.
They're on the field. They're not necessarily saved.
Right. Trevor in Saskatoon writes in on the 639, from the 639. Listening in on the way to Edmonton for the weekend. Cheers, Rod Squad. Cheers, Trevor in Saskatoon. Thank you for making us part of your day, and I hope you're enjoying daytime sports talk from the bunker. Baseball. I had Blue Jays spanking the Red Sox 13-1 yesterday. I mentioned this is a major day for the Blue Jays. Let's just go through this, all of Major League Baseball. Ace Max Scherzer and star shortstop Trey Turner could be moving from the Nationals to the Dodgers as the deadline approaches this afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern. As of me driving in here today, it's not official yet, if you can believe. But they say it's going to happen. Scherzer going to L.A. as they look to repeat. Washington sent slugger Kyle Schwarber to Boston, closer Brad Hand to Toronto, and reliever Daniel Hudson to San Diego. Yankees acquired Cubs first baseman Anthony Rizzo, and of course they got Joey Gallo yesterday. So, hey, it's a race down the stretch here in the American League East. But I just think this. If the Blue Jays had to split against the Red Sox, and they couldn't win, they faced the Red Sox in 2 series here in the last 2 weeks, and they couldn't win either one. They're not winning the pennant, Moose. Best they can hope for is a wild card spot, I think. It's something to watch for into August and September, but they're not going to win a pennant.
No, I'm kind of, yeah.
Especially with what the Yankees have done to load up here.
I know. I'm there with you. I really am. But the Jays don't need to load up any offense. It's all about the bullpen and the arms. Their pitching has been fine, but it's just you have to close out games in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning.
Not happening.
It's not happening.
Point 6, Olympics update. We'll get to more on that later. I'm still completely lost on the Olympics. I can't tell what's going on yesterday, tomorrow. It's a me problem. The World Juniors, listen, I get it when it's in Europe. I get it. Seems so easy to compute that we need to get up at 2 in the morning to watch the games in Sweden. That's fine. Or they're on at 11 in the morning or whatever. Tokyo's the other way. I know I'm a farmer. I get it. What? Just flip them? I know. I said it's a me problem, not a them problem, but I just can't.
But the difference with the World Juniors is the games are at the same time.
Every day.
Every day.
Oh, wait.
You have Olympics all day long.
Oh.
So we missed the middle of the day.
I've had too much coffee today. But what's the one Olympic sport that you think you could be good at? Let's talk about that for the rest of the show. Okay?
Ooh.
Because hockey, that table tennis.
Yeah.
That's the one.
You can play?
Everybody can play. The question is, how good are you at it?
Oh my gosh, we need a table here.
Yeah. Oh, everybody's eyes just lit up around here.
Oh my gosh.
But so, yeah, everybody thinks they're the world's best ping pong player.
That's right.
Like, what about archery? What about rowing? What about?
Yeah.
I just think table tennis might be something that I might kick some ass at.
Rowing. I think rowing. That'd be the
You,
one.
Abou? No, think about it in the break. He'll join us next. The warm-up's been brought to you by Ecol Electric. Come check out our new Regina Data and Lighting Center, Ecol Electric. Let's get to work. You mull it over, Moose, and you can.
I will.
We'll be right back. And we're going to Calgary next as well. You're watching the RP Show on a FlameTech Football Friday on the Game Plus TV network, YouTube, and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports radio for Suds full-service car wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
At Capital Ford Lincoln, we don't just sell vehicles, we buy them too. You know how we always have such a big inventory with an amazing selection? That's because we buy all makes, all models, and all years. We're going to give you the best price every time. And you don't even have to buy from us. All you have to do is visit us online or in-store, answer a few questions about your vehicle, and we'll get you a great offer. We'll even cut you a check on the same day. So save yourself the hassles of selling privately and sell it to us. Because at Capital Ford Lincoln, we'll buy it.
Comfort has always been something we as people strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about, are able to go about their lives focusing on the things that matter. Our focus at FlameTech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
In today's fast-paced world, we know you don't always have time to cook a nutritious meal. The Mad Greek in Moose Jaw's got you covered with delicious takeout and delivery specials, even for large groups or occasions. Authentic Greek cuisine, pizza, ribs, and more. There's something for everyone to enjoy. Offering licensed dining, delivery, and their takeout window is open to get your Greek to go. For more information and to view the online menu, visit themadgreekeatery.com. Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina.
Hey Rod Squad, now you can join the team with your very own RP Show gear. Head to rodpetersonshop.com and get yours today while supplies last. It's just like we wear on the show, official RP Show gear at rodpetersonshop.com.
Hey, honey, can you get one of the kids to show me how this Twitter thing works? Honey, I need to get on Instagram. Time for more of the Rod Pedersen Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's a FlameTech Football Friday. This is, I'm so happy to have our good friend Mike Abou-Mechrek in the bunker. It's been a while. How are you? Happy New Year.
Yes.
It feels like that's the last. Pull that mic up. You're too tall. You're much taller than the last guy.
It's a new season, football season. Happy New Year.
Before we go to Ryan Ballantine, Stampeders podcaster, blogger, and chief punk out there in Calgary, we were asking, what's the one sport you think you'd be good at the Olympics? I was just watching table tennis last night thinking I could give these guys a run for their money. I really think that. From our viewers, Darren Workman's watching in Salt Lake City, he says, I don't think anyone could beat Forrest Gump at ping pong. Regarding the time change, Patrolman Pete in Winnipeg says 14 hours. He goes, is it live, recorded from yesterday, today? Nobody knows. James in Borden, Manitoba. If NHL 94 was an Olympic event, I would be a champion. No.
How about that?
Right. Jeff, the Stamps fan, says if anyone wants to take me on an Asteroids Atari 2600 version, I'm in.
How about that?
I could sit and read these all day. And Ryan Gregory says the real question is, Rod and Darren, are you staying up to watch the women's soccer semifinal, Canada versus USA, Monday at 2 a.m.? I would have said that's a hard no, but actually no. One of my close friends' niece is on Team Canada. I might PVR it. Abu, what's the one sport in the Olympics that you think you'd be good at?
Well, Rod, let me tell you something. Every afternoon in my backyard swimming pool, I win the bronze medal. I'm not that good of a swimmer. So, and here we go, Abou-Mechrek for Team Lebanon.
You got a bit of a swimmer, Bill.
What are you gonna? Come on, man, don't body shame me. I just donated a kidney here. I lost some weight. I'm working on it.
Right, that's losing weight the hard way.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll get into divorce.
So it's swimming.
It's the easy way.
Okay. So,
yeah. Well, no. I'm not a very good swimmer. I'm just doing it. But that's what the Olympics are all about. Like when you guys were talking about it, I'm like, okay, Darren, Rod, let's go out during the break and just do a 20 meter sprint just to see who's the fastest. Like that's what the Olympics are about. Mano a mano, womano a mano, and just see who can. Well,
that's like tennis.
Better.
You and I got really long wingspans, right? And I think that would be good for swimming and table tennis.
Yes.
I feel like a competition's coming on this week. Anyways,
Olympics are great.
Let's bring in our good friend Ryan Ballantine now to talk some CFL football because it is a FlameTech Football Friday. How you doing, CFL Horseman?
I'm good, man. It's been a while.
It's been far too long.
We've been able to have a chat.
Yeah, since we've been able to spar. Hey, I enjoyed your breakdown of Calgary Stampeders training camp on 3 Down the other day. But just a couple things first. What's the Olympic sport that you think you would be best at and might medal in?
Are they adding sitting to the Olympics anytime soon?
You look like a caber tosser. They do in the.
I'm really good at that. Well, yeah, I'm 3 bills, so it's not. There aren't a lot of Olympic sports that I'm going to be running into, or running at all. But I like the idea of a sitting or a binge watching. I'd be really good at that. I feel like I could gold medal in binge watching. General laziness. I mean, I even have a sloth on my shirt today.
Wow. I could see you jumping off that 5 meter board with a nice cannonball. I could see you on the Rod Pedersen diving team.
Yeah, diving.
I saw those on Facebook the other day. The jumping and catching a ball on your way into the pool. I could do pretty well at that.
Ryan, let's delve into it. People are getting very excited about the Canadian Football League kicking off next week. Let's just look back for a second on Calgary Stampeders training camp. I said you wrote a great article on it on 3 Down. Their cuts were made yesterday, their final cuts. What's your take on Stamps camp so far?
Well, apparently Huff and Dave disagreed with me entirely because in my write-up, I thought Trey Williams looked great. I thought Dakota Prukop was going to get the backup QB job, and both of those guys were cut yesterday. The few times I've seen Stamps camp, I mean, there's a lot of things that they're trying to find. They're trying to find a backup running back. They're trying to replace Nick Arbuckle in that QB2 spot. They need help at defensive end. They haven't got anybody with any experience at defensive end. And so there's a lot of questions heading into this camp. But the one thing I know about the Stampeders is that throughout this Huffnagel era, they've been able to answer those questions every season. Every season, it seems we go in and halfway through the year, there's the question of, or at the beginning of the year, it's the question of who's going to step up and be the guy for the Calgary Stampeders. And halfway through the year, it's, this is the rookie that's going to tear you apart this week. So I think over and over and over again, we see the Stampeders restock the cupboards in a way that is unmatched across the CFL since Huffnagel took over here in Calgary.
Absolutely, Ryan. I mean, across the league, there's a lot of new faces in every camp, and that's why it's kind of hard to put any sort of predictions through. You don't even know who these guys are, and the guys that are the guys are now 2 years older. And if you were the guy, you were 30 years old 2 years ago. Now you're 32. That's a big, huge difference. But my question is, I'm hearing across the league with so many new faces to the CFL in camp that tempo is kind of an issue. I've been down at the rider practices a couple times, and I noticed it right away. What's the Calgary camp been like? Because there's probably a lot more vets. The Huffnagel area, there's already that system in place, and guys kind of know it. I'm just, I think that's going to play a huge role.
Well, I think for me, what I'm seeing is the practices I've been able to attend because, of course, I still have the day job, so I try and get there on the weekends. But the practices I've been able to attend have been pretty drill based. But what we haven't seen is Dave Dickinson standing in front of the media saying, I shut it down because my guys weren't trying very hard today. And we have seen that at a couple other practices across the league where coaches have addressed the media to say that they weren't happy with the intensity of the day and they felt like some players weren't up to par. So what we're not seeing that in Calgary, and I know that that's also maybe a piece of who Dave Dickenson is. I think he's not the first guy to address that with the media in that way. So I don't know whether or not we will hear that from Dave. He'll definitely say it after a game, but you haven't heard it very often after practice where he criticizes the team on their effort level. But again, Dickenson and Hufnagel have been here for so long, been in charge for so long, that culture is very much pervasive throughout the locker room. Guys know what's expected of them, and the rookies who show up into camp learn very quickly what's expected of them.
So from the viewers, there are many. They're loving the CFL talk. And by the way, everybody that's watching on the streams, if you enjoy what we're doing on this FlameTech Football Friday, hit share, tell all your friends, because the CFL would appreciate the coverage. I know Darren Workman in Salt Lake City says, Rod, don't run any sprints. Achilles tendons are exploding lately up there in Canada. Don't worry. Pretty sure that's not going to happen. Dominic D says, Prukop released surprised me. Dakota Prukop. We'll get to that in a minute. Ryan Gregory says, hey, Ryan, great name, by the way. With all the Achilles injuries that happen in camp, do you believe lots of players are going to go down throughout the season? So listen, let's split these questions into two for you, Mr. Ballantine. One, the quarterbacks. We got to go back on that because Bo's hurt, Prukop's gone, Arbuckle's in Toronto. You got the Canadian Michael Connor there's made the team, the former Argo. Like, what if Bo's not ready to go? What are they going to do?
I think Bo's going to be ready. I mean, Bo played with a lingering shoulder for a year and a half as a throwing, like, you know, the whole motion of throwing. He played through that kind of injury before. Right now, it's a little bit of a groin injury. And if there's one thing we know about Bo Levi Mitchell's game, it's not that he's the mobile quarterback that's going to hurt you with his legs. You know, I think if we're putting a plus minus or an over under on his rushing yards for the season, I'd say maybe 18, you know, for the whole year. I think that Bo would be playing if he had to. And this backup quarterback job and this backup quarterback battle is an essential piece of the Stampeders' future. They need to know who's next. They need to know who will be able to take over the reins if Bo suffers another injury like he did in the previous season when Nick Arbuckle was able to take over. So honestly, I think the more reps the backups can get in this scenario, the better. But with Michael O'Connor and Jake Meyer, what I have seen at camp is that, you know, those throws beyond 15 yards downfield have been a little off target, not quite the, you know, the ropes that you would see from a more experienced quarterback. So that stresses me out a little bit. But I'm not going to also sit in this chair and say, well, from what I saw, and question John Hufnagel and Dave Dickinson's judgment when it comes to quarterback talent.
Abou, I want to go to you first because you're a guest here as well, and then we'll come to Ryan on the injuries thing. The number one story has been injuries and Achilles. So what do you think? You've been through 10 pro training camps.
Not surprised, you know. Not surprised at all. Not even a little bit. I mean, guys didn't know they were playing this year. The CFL, you're not making millions of dollars, so you have to have another job, or you get paid well enough so that your money makes it until May. And then training camp starts in June. So guys weren't professional football players for 2 years. They were, you know, gas station attendants and financial planners and, you know, other things. So I'm not surprised that even in the slightest. So many Achilles, though, is
that's kind odd.
Kind of odd. It was kind of like when we had all those broken legs and you didn't really, in 08 or something.
It was 2008. Good memory. Yes.
Yeah.
But Ryan, what's your take on the injuries, and do you expect it to continue into the regular season?
Yeah, I expect we'll see a lot of injuries this year. I think with the Achilles specifically, and again, I'm not a pro athlete, so I can't say, but I wonder if it's the cuts that the guys have to make that put pressure on their leg in a different way that they're not used to making or don't necessarily make as often in training. You know, when you're running on the treadmill, when you're staying fit, when you're lifting weights, you know, are your footwork drills as heavy a piece of your workout as they would be in training camp. And you got to wonder if that's maybe why guys are blowing out Achilles. Charlie Power here in Calgary lost for the year, and that's why they signed Calvin McCarty out of retirement. So I think there's going to be a lot of injuries this year, especially without a preseason game. I think we're going to see a lot of guys go down in the first 2 weeks when live bullets start flying, especially. So a lot of those guys that got released and cut late in camp, like we saw yesterday here in Calgary with 16 players getting cut, those guys could end up back on the roster here in the first couple of weeks if everything doesn't stay healthy.
And I understand to a point trying to cut down on contact in training camp and stuff, but again, I've seen two practices, but you've got to condition your body to hit 70 times in a game, and they're not doing that. That's not what I'm seeing. They put the pads on, they run 10 plays, and then they put the pads on again in 3-4 days. You cannot condition your body. I'm not talking about your head. I'm talking about your shoulders, your Achilles, your knees. Those all need to be strengthened, and you can't do that with weight. You got to do it by smashing into other people. As dumb as it sounds, or maybe it doesn't sound dumb, you've got to practice football to get better at football, and that's not what I saw. In case you're getting a hint, I was significantly disappointed in what I saw at the practices that I saw. I feel like I was being cheated out of professional
Interesting.
football.
Hey, we've only got 2 minutes, they tell me. This is going fast, Ryan. So too early, wouldn't you say, for predictions? I mean, we're going to make them next week on our preview show, but I have no idea how this is going to turn out over the next 3-4 months.
I think if I were making a prediction right now, I'd probably say that the Stampeders will go undefeated and win the Grey Cup.
Of course,
I think other than that, I have no idea how the rest of the league is going to shape out. But yeah, I mean, I think the Stampeders are going to be a good team. They always are. Edmonton may or may not challenge in the West. Saskatchewan's got a good team, and you can't go wrong with a Dickinson at the helm. So they should be in the mix. Certainly, BC, I'm not all that concerned about. Winnipeg's a good team, but without Andrew Harris, what are they going to be? And out east, it's just who's going to lose in the Grey Cup.
I love it. You coming in and just stirring it, taking a page from my playbook. I've taught you well, young man. Ryan, keep it up. Let's do it throughout the season. I always appreciate the time and everything that you're doing for the CFL. Thank you.
Pleasure as always. Happy to be here. Thanks, Ron.
From the CFL Horsemen and 3downnation.com, Calgary Stampeders blogger, podcaster, and chief punk, Ryan Ballantine. By the way, we've got breaking news. The Toronto Blue Jays reportedly acquiring righty Jose Berrios from the Twins. We don't know who's going the other way, but the Blue Jays augmenting their starting rotation. Right-handed starter Jose Berrios from the Minnesota Twins, Toronto bound.
How about that?
We got so much to get to. On that, football, everything else, stick around. We'll be right back. You're watching the RP Show on the Game Plus TV network, YouTube and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports radio at Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Have you subscribed to the Rod Pedersen Show YouTube channel yet? Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now.
Capital is Regina's trusted GMC Buick Cadillac dealership. Whether you're on the market for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, we got you covered. And when it's time for service work, you can trust our factory-trained technicians who specialize in repairing any make or model. But don't take our word for it. Check out capitalgmc.ca to see how we roll and to learn what other customers are saying about working with us. Your dealership experience should be fun, easy, and transparent. And that's exactly what you'll get when you choose Capital GMC, Regina's trusted GMC Buick Cadillac dealership.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar buying group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. DDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
Ultimate Fan Zone. Shop online. UltimateFanZone.ca. Slick, user-friendly. We built this site for the die-hard sports fans. Jerseys, hats, team apparel, offering officially licensed fan gear from the best lines in sports. Nike, New Era, Adidas, Fanatics. Game day ready to your door. Now, just a click away. UltimateFanZone.ca or check us out on Facebook and Instagram. UFC Downtown Moose Jaw. Home of everything authentic.
We started Suds Car Wash in 2003.
There's a bit of us in every part of the business. I've been working here since I was about 10 years old. Hard to believe it's been 12 years since. Working with my family has been great. My mom and dad have taught us the importance of hard work. I've been here since I was 10 years old, and my dad has taught me a lot about quality work.
From all of us at Suds Car Wash, we make your car shine.
Business owners and marketers. Okay, we know you think we're pretty cool. That's why we want you to share in the coolness factor. Partner with the Ryan Pedersen Show and market your business every weekday to sports lovers just like yourself. Take advantage of our many cost-effective commercial and promotional opportunities. Tell the world about your business. Yes, the world. Thanks to Game Plus TV and the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. Contact us today and find out how you can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show, The Rod Pedersen Show.
Did you know you can catch all the best moments from the show on all our social media platforms? Now, back to the studio with Rob.
Okay, welcome back to the RP Show, everybody. It is a FlameTech Football Friday. Abou's here. Everybody's happy about that. Ali Hicks checks in from Edmonton. Happy FlameTech Football Friday, RP Show. Looking forward to the CFL next week. Hoping Sean Lemon makes a return to Ryderville unless he has already been signed elsewhere. Have a fantastic long weekend. That's from Ali. Just hang. Abou's nodding his head like a bobblehead over here. He's got so much to say. The Blue Jays acquiring a right-handed arm from the Minnesota Twins. Berrios coming to the Toronto Blue Jays for a pair of prospects. What was the Austin Martin, the first-round pick last year? And who was the other one, Clark? Simeon Woods Richardson for the right-handed pitcher from the Minnesota Twins. So the Blue Jays are fortifying today. And I haven't tweeted a poll question yet. Jose Berrios is on his way. Here it is for infielder Austin Martin and right-handed pitcher Simeon Woods Richardson. And Austin Martin was the first-round pick for the Blue Jays last year. So they're giving up a lot. And I guess if anybody has time to put the poll up, because I didn't do it earlier, what should the Blue Jays do today? It's probably a little late for that. Buy, sell, or stand pat. And clearly Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro saying, we're going for it. Problem is the Yankees have said the same thing, but that's okay. We'll see how they do. And the other thing we were asking is, what's the one Olympic sport that you think you could be good at? And Clark had a good suggestion that would be a poll question. And if you want to do that, that's cool too. I don't know how you would word that, however. I said ping pong, table tennis. Abou said swimming because he's got a pool in his backyard.
I win it every afternoon. I go out there and I pretend I'm...
Michael Phelps.
No, what's that 14-year-old girl that finished fourth? Damn.
Penny Oleksiak?
Yeah. No, she's
older than that.
Yeah.
She was 14 at one time. I know that.
The new Canadian sensation. But yeah, I was Penny Oleksiak the day before yesterday in the pool doing that freestyle, 100-meter freestyle.
Yeah. James in Borden, Manitoba says, can't believe the Bombers play next Thursday. Seems like yesterday there was little hope, and now we get to raise our Grey Cup banner. Shout out to Winnipeg, where we're very popular, believe it or not. And the plan is, I was telling Abou this, if you want to come, you're more than welcome to. We've had some good times in Winnipeg, huh?
We've had some great times.
Real good times.
Sometimes we won't even talk about some of those times.
Can't. Anyways, we're doing a live show. We were invited there by the Delta for the Canadian Lacrosse Championships, and it's the same day the Bombers are hosting the Argos, so we're going. But Abou comes in here and says, what about the restrictions? And we're like, whoa, what about them? I never thought about it. I've moved on, but I guess we can't move on. What do you know about Manitoba and their restrictions?
They have different restrictions than we do.
We don't have it.
I think they're a little bit tighter than around here. I don't know, and I don't really stay on social media too much. I don't
well, you must know something.
Well, I was talking to a client yesterday, and they're actually coming to Saskatchewan to have a baby next month because they just don't want to deal with the. So I think that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, no kidding. So you just threw that out there, but didn't have any information on.
No, I know that there's. They are.
I guess the thing is, the Delta invited us there to do the show, and we're going to do the show. Am I saying too much? You guys yell at me if I'm saying too much. Now they're saying keep going. So we're going to do it from Canada Life Center, which is formerly Bell MTS Place, the home of the Winnipeg Jets.
Ooh. And
I said, can we go to an IG Field? I'd kind of like to be out front of IG Field. And they said, we've been invited for the lacrosse championships. I'm like, okay. I just show up and talk, Abou. I don't get to plan anything.
You just point and tell me where to go.
Exactly. So, but everybody in Winnipeg's going bonkers, going, we want to come down and see the show. Where are you going to be? Blah, 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 blah. So we got 2 weeks to tell you about how we're doing that. And we are going to Winnipeg, despite what Abou says. Roxanne from Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions. Roxanne says, does Abou mean Summer McIntosh, sorry?
I sure do.
Summer McIntosh.
14 years old. 4th best in the world. Amazing. What were you doing at 14, Rod?
I was afraid of my own shadow at 14.
Locking yourself in the bathroom for way too long, I'm sure.
Right. I was reading books.
Yeah, is that what it was going on?
I was reading books. Jex in Edmonton, Jex Burton is watching, says, wow, Mike, you were an O-Lineman? Great job at dropping those pounds. And what's funny is because I was seeing you almost every day for the last 13, 14 years. I never really noticed it until ESPN Classic showed the 07 Grey Cup. And I was like, wow, Abou is a fatty.
Well, I don't know. I'm not...
You had big cheeks.
I'm not down with body shaming. I feel you can laugh all you want, but calling someone skinny is the same as calling them fat.
I know.
It is. It's the same. I saw a video of myself.
He said, congratulations on you losing. Are you scolding me or the viewer?
I don't know. I'm not happy with my appearance, Rod.
What do you? Yeah, right. As you sit there and flex, stop it.
No,
That's a first.
I saw a video of myself last weekend, and I was like, "Oh, who's that old guy? Old skinny guy?" And I'm like, "Holy cow, that's me!"
That's hilarious.
I've been eating like everything since. Yeah, I got to put some weight back on.
You and I got a lot to go over.
I'm like, I was under 230. I was 222. I played football at 335, my most. After my surgery, I was 222.
Listen, I've lost 35 pounds in the last 3 months. Thanks for noticing. There's you. I got to fly through this sports update. Hang on. Florida State forward Scotty Barnes is now a member of the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors have used the number 4 pick at this year's NBA draft to select the 19-year-old Atlantic Coast Conference Freshman of the Year. Vladdy Guerrero hit a 3-run homer all the way out of Fenway Park. Hyun Jin Ryu held Boston to 2 hits over 6 innings, and the Toronto Blue Jays routed the Red Sox 13-1. Again, if you didn't hear it earlier, Jose Berrios, right-handed pitcher, coming to the Toronto Blue Jays ahead of today's trade deadline. Major League Soccer will be played in Canada for the rest of 2021. The league confirmed today that the 3 Canadian MLS teams can host games at home through the remainder of the regular season and playoffs. This sports update for the Tap Brewhouse and drive-through liquor store, for the Ramada Plaza and Convention Center in downtown Regina, and for Red Bull Canada. Red Bull gives you wings. We'll be back with viewer takeover right after this, and as you can tell, it's really getting lively around here. You're watching the RP Show's FlameTech Football Friday on Game Plus TV, YouTube and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports radio at rodpedersen.com.
Have you subscribed to the Rod Pedersen Show YouTube channel yet? Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now.
Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Big time, big time, big time, big time.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
Comfort has always been something we as people strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about, are able to go about their lives focusing on the things that matter. Our focus at FlameTech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry.
There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's Lifeline.
In today's fast-paced world, we know you don't always have time to cook a nutritious meal. The Mad Greek in Moose Jaw's got you covered with delicious takeout and delivery specials, even for large groups or occasions. Authentic Greek cuisine, pizza, ribs, and more. There's something for everyone to enjoy. Offering licensed dining delivery, and their takeout window is open to get your Greek to go. For more information and to view the online menu, visit themadgreekeatery.com.
Ultimate Fan Zone. Shop online. UltimateFanZone.ca. Slick, user-friendly. We built this site for the die-hard sports fans. Jerseys, hats, team apparel, offering officially licensed fan gear from the best lines in sports. Nike, New Era, Adidas, Fanatics. Game day ready to your door. Now, just a click away. UltimateFanZone.ca. Or check us out on Facebook and Instagram. UFC Downtown Moose Jaw. Home of everything authentic.
Send us your opinions now. We won't victimize you unless you really deserve it. Now, back to your host, Rod Pedersen.
FlameTech Football Friday continues. FlameTech, locally owned and operated industry leaders in commercial and industrial combustion technology. Shout out to our friends up there at FlameTech. They're in Saskatoon. They all wear RP Show gear every day. Thank you, Denton, the steward of that place. There's a holy war going on in the comments section here from our streaming viewers about Winnipeg and vaccination and what's open and what's not. I can tell you we're going to Winnipeg in 2 weeks' time to do a live show, and I've invited Abou to come, and I almost think he's going to be there. You're not allowed. They asked us to come. He's going, you can't go.
No, I'm not. I have medical problems.
Oh, you're saying you're not coming, but we could still go.
Oh, yeah.
I was more than anything just throwing it out there. Yeah. From Don Pulse, watching on Facebook, says, I'm late to the tailgate. Hey, guys, go Bombers. was on the fence about Ambrosie's role in the startup of the CFL season. The only concern is the lack of communication with the only people that matter, the fans. And I want to debate this with Mike Abou-Mechrek here. Again, 10-year CFLer, former Rough Rider, Blue Bomber, and Renegade, and still a Renegade in a lot of ways. I said, is anybody giving Randy Ambrosie, the commissioner of the Canadian Football League, credit for the fact that league's playing this year? Because I am. And people are saying they should have 10 teams. They should have revenue sharing. They should have a video game. They should have. He didn't do all of. None of that matters now, by the way, because I thought the league was going to die. The fact that it isn't, somebody needs to get credit for that. And aside from the players that have taken whopping pay cuts, which you people don't care about, and that's fine, who's going to get the credit then? I'm giving it to Randy Ambrosie, at least a slice of it. But I'm also not saying I'm right. I've been wrong like twice, I think, in my life.
But once was...
This might be the third time.
But once was just you thought you were wrong, but you weren't.
That was one of the times.
Yeah, that's one of the times, yeah.
How would you answer that?
Ambrosie, man, that guy's the real deal. You know, 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, I was just starting out my financial planning career. You can have all the book smarts in the world. If you, when you're dropped into an office at 33 years old and like, all right, go. And like, what's word perfect? You know, I don't know how to do any of this
real
stuff.
world.
No, you feel so like you're a football player, and then you're wearing a suit, and you have no idea.
Oh, you're talking about your own life.
I'm talking about, I met with Randy Ambrosie, who comes from the financial services industry, and he just said all the things that, you know, a young guy needs to hear. You know, he just laid it out. This is how you run business. Doesn't matter what business it is. He said it's a people problem. Everything that you have is a people problem. That's how he's doing the CFL. Treat people good, and you will have a good business. And that's what he does. He takes on all the responsibility. He wants you to blame him. He wants you to tell him that he's the idiot and he sucks and all this and that's the and all that, because he's at the head and he's the person that takes the responsibility. That's why he's in these roles. That's why he starts these businesses. That's why he's so successful. And then he finds the people, good people, in the right places to make the decisions to do that role. And he trusts people. He trusts people to make decisions for him. If he doesn't trust them, he'll find somebody else.
I've had those meetings with Ambrosie too, and what he said, mano a mano. He's looked me in the eye and he goes, I'm a football guy and a business guy. Those are his things. And he's admitted he could use help on the other. Nobody's got them all locked down, right? We all need the yin to the yang. And I think he's done a pretty good job. He's tried to grow the league. But all those extra things people are talking about that he hasn't done doesn't matter now. And he inherited a league, by the way, which wasn't exactly a Swiss watch, okay? Right? People want to put 100 years of CFL problems on Randy Ambrosie. Like, give me a break.
I think that's something that people that don't know, I'm not offending anyone. I don't care if I offend anybody. This is my opinion. I'm going to offend anybody, everybody. People that don't play team sports, I don't think they really get the true value of having a teammate. And not only what that teammate does, but what you don't have to do. You know, I played football for 20 years. I never threw the ball once. Telling my cousin back in Lebanon that I never threw a ball and I can't really throw that well.
Right.
He goes, how did you play professional football? I'm like, I just blocked. That's it. You know, and if you can do that. So Randy Ambrosie, I went to him. Basically, I was having a nervous breakdown. I was crying in his office and everything. He goes, you know what?
We have 15 seconds.
He goes, get an assistant. I partnered with Jennifer, never did paperwork.
We're solving so many problems here. Are you sticking around hour two?
I got nothing else to do.
We'll be back after this on Game Plus.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Regina and surrounding areas since 1978. We are excited to announce the new Bryant Furnace Trade-in Allowance program. If you have a working Bryant furnace, 15 years old or less, you may be eligible to receive a new furnace at a discounted rate. If you'd like to take advantage of the Bryant Trade-in program, or to hear how we can help improve your home, give us a call today at 306-781-2090.
We started Suds Car Wash in 2003.
There's a bit of us in every part of the business. I've been working here since I was about 10 years old. Hard to believe it's been 12 years since. Our parents always taught us about the importance of quality of work and friendly service. And here at Suds Car Wash, we're a family-run business, so it's really important that our customers feel like family.
From all of us at Suds Car Wash, we make your car shine.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pie.
We started Suds Car Wash in 2003.
There's a bit of us in every part of the business. I've been working here since I was about 10 years old. Hard to believe it's been 12 years since. Working with my family has been great. My mom and dad have taught us the importance of hard work. I've been here since I was 10 years old, and my dad has taught me a lot about quality work.
From all of us at Suds Car Wash, we make your car shine.
Hey Rod Squad, now you can join the team with your very own RP Show gear. Head to rodpetersonshop.com and get yours today while supplies last. It's just like we wear on the show, official RP Show gear at rodpetersonshop.com.
Now,
if you had to lose one item into the fire, what would you rather be, a hot dog or a marshmallow? 80% of people saying they couldn't bear to lose the hot dog.
How about that?
But when a marshmallow's burning, it's on fire, man, that's just a horrible feeling, too.
Right. I know.
And you can't touch it.
And you're looking around, everybody's occupied with their own thing, and you're like, help me, somebody blow it out.
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
Hey, welcome to the weekend, everybody. It's a FlameTech Football Friday on the RP Show, and we are North America-wide on the Game Plus TV network. That's in all 10 provinces across Canada and 31 states, working on more across the United States of America. But they really love these FlameTech Football Fridays there, where we talk NFL, CFL, you name it. FlameTech is locally owned and operated industry leaders in commercial and industrial combustion technology, and they are big supporters of ours. Mike Abou-Mechrek is in studio, 10-year Canadian Football League veteran. There you go. Western Mustangs Hall of Famer, I might add. And he's from Toronto. That should make all the Eastern people love you even more, I would think. It's been a while. I feel like I got to reintroduce you to everybody.
Yeah.
He grew up a 5-minute bike ride from Skydome. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Metal Shingle Guy writes in and says, good to hear Abou again. Everybody's happy to see him.
Thank you.
But not as happy as I am to see him.
You'll be sick of me soon enough if I'm back again.
And that's true, too. From the 587, good morning, Rod and Moose and Mike. It's Mike from Edmonton here. Just wondering, did you guys watch the guy from China win gold in table tennis? His winning streak is unreal. Yes, and I didn't. I watched it by accident. I flipped on ESPN, and that's what was on. Did you see it?
I didn't, but I absolutely love the Olympics. Like, I love diving at the Olympics. I love I didn't know men played field hockey, which was I thought was cool.
What are you saying?
I don't know what I'm saying. I thought it was
my
cool.
imitation of you.
I'm just saying it was watching the soccer.
I rattled you. You should see your eyes right now.
Just seeing these. You know what the Olympics reminds me of? Just us sitting around when 40 years ago, we're just sitting around. Our parents kicked us out into the backyard. We're like, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Let's go jump off that rock into the water and see who can dive the best. Okay, then let's have a race. Then let's get on our bikes and race around and see who can.
You love that stuff, don't you? The history of that stuff.
Well, it's just the. I got a 12-year-old son, so I mean, my life is an Olympics. Hey, Dad, let's see who can eat our cereal the fastest. Let's see who can pee faster. Let's see.
Me and him were playing badminton against each other. He doesn't stop.
He does. He is. You know what? It was funny. West Cates, we were over the other day, and Tyler and Luke were talking about it, and he goes, "You guys talking about little Abou?" He goes, "That kid's way too aggressive, way too competitive."
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun, and it's awesome to be a dad.
Trust me, we're going to get around to football in a second, but the Olympics don't come around, every day, every 2 years, obviously. There is breaking news today. The Toronto Blue Jays have acquired right-handed starting pitcher Jose Berrios from the Minnesota Twins for 2 prospects, including Austin Martin, the Blue Jays' first-round pick infielder last year. And what's the hyphenated name? The other guy, the other prospect?
Abou-Mechrek?
Simeon Wood Richardson, right. So they're gone. The Blue Jays are somewhat pushing their chips into the middle of the table here. So that's the breaking news today. Hang on one second, Boo. I'm not done. Nor are you. I get that. Joe Lazito is watching from Long Island. And he says, I nominate Abou to take over Frenzy's role on Football Fridays. Always entertaining. Do you want to come in every Friday?
I'm not taking over anybody's role. I'd like to get in.
Well, Frenzy's retired, so.
Well, do you think we could wrestle or something? Like in the spirit of the Olympics? All right, we're going to have a wrestling match, and the winner is now on Friday.
Let's grapple.
How about
that?
Let's grapple.
I'd be down
like
with
the old days. From James in Borden, Manitoba. Good vibes on this Football Friday. I can't wait for next Friday, celebrating a Bomber win.
Woo!
The trash talking started. It started, and that's fine.
Yeah.
He and I go back and forth on social issues. And here's one for you. Everybody's asking the Hamilton Tiger Cats how they feel that the Winnipeg Blue Bombers are going to unveil their Grey Cup banner in the home opener next Thursday night when Hamilton's there. It's like they're going to rub it in your face. They beat you in that Grey Cup game. And I'm like, why would you ask such a stupid question? Every year that I can remember in the CFL, the week 1 game, first game is a rematch of the Grey Cup, right? So it is. Trust me, it is.
Then they should unveil their banner
at that game.
It happens every year then?
Yes. Not always in the venue. For instance, 2009, 13th man. You know what I'm saying? Riders lost to the Alouettes in Calgary, and the first game the next year was in Regina, Montreal at Saskatchewan. We didn't have a banner to unveil. Spoiler alert, but you know what I mean.
I blame the scheduler? The schedule makers. Yeah, just make that an away.
Put it in Hamilton.
Yeah, that's easy.
Or keep it exactly the way it is. Have Hamilton at Winnipeg in a Grey Cup rematch and let them unveil their banner. Who cares? Suck it up. To the credit of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, none of them have complained about this. It's people that are getting worked up saying, this isn't very classy to drop the banner right in front of the guys you kicked their ass in the Grey Cup. I don't have a problem with it. Do you?
Well, no.
You do?
Not even a little bit. That's what you do. You win a championship, you get to put up a freaking banner. Yeah. But, you don't want to give bulletin board material. And before we started talking about this, I was thinking, I don't think Calgary or Winnipeg is going to lose except to each other this year.
Serious?
Hamilton might come out and be like, you're going to unveil our banner, are you?
Well, if you want to use that as motivation, if you're the Ticats, I don't have a problem with that either. But Winnipeg and the CFL aren't doing anything wrong by unveiling their banner against the Ticats in week 1.
Not at all. And can we talk about Sean Lemon for a second?
Sean Lemon cut by the Edmonton Elks yesterday, the 2-time Grey Cup champion. And I'm correct in saying a premier pass rusher in the Canadian Football League. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the Lemonator getting squeezed out of Edmonton?
I feel like he is maybe the perfect example of how I feel the season's going to go. So We haven't seen anybody play football 2 years ago. I just looked up. Lemon's going to be 32. He's 32, maybe going to be 33. He's 32. 2 years ago, he was a big name player at 30 years old. 2 years later, he's 32. That is a big 2-year difference in the life of a professional athlete, in the life of a defensive lineman. Now, what I do know about Sean Lemon and pass rushers is they play on the pass downs. Now, do you know what I just didn't say? It means they don't play too much on the rundowns. And I suspect that might have something to do with Sean Lemon being released. Pass rushers, I'm not saying they take time off, but they jack it up for certain plays. From what I hear, there's the younger guy, younger and cheaper.
Defensive end?
I don't know what his name is. There always is. There's always a guy that's younger and cheaper. Always.
Do you think this is a money thing?
It's always a money thing, Rod. It's always
follow the money. He said.
Follow the money. But I think that we're going to see a lot. And a listener kind of talked about it earlier. We are not going to know who the players of the league are until halfway through the season. It's kind of like that usually in the league. There's 1 or 2 guys per team that comes up and be like, oh, wow, they really made a difference. I think there's going to be 4 or 5 guys per team. Why? Because, again, the old dogs are 2 years older, and 2 years is a long time when you're in
Thank
pro
you for
sports
the
at 30.
sobering commentary today. I appreciate that. And by the way, people are writing in. Aaron Beach says, I'd love to see that wrestling match live. Were you challenging me or John Lynch to a wrestling match?
This time?
Yeah.
John Lynch.
Oh, I thought you were challenging me.
Oh, no. I've been
because I'm in if you want to.
I've been wanting a piece of frenzy for over a decade now.
Troy Durrell.
Spicy.
Troy, he can't. If you want to hear the sound effects, put your headphones on. Troy Durrell says, any Ticats fan who complains about it is just looking to do that. Complain. They beat us fair and square and deserve to raise their banner. Literally, I don't see anybody from Hamilton getting upset about this. This is just media trying to stir it up. Tacona Pauli dropped an F-bomb here, and he's like, here it is. We only had to wait 30 years and then a pandemic for 2 years. Like, come on, crybabies. He's right. Let them drop the damn banner and quit whining. Where's it coming from? Mandy in Edmonton says, must be a great team and great players if you're cutting Sean Lemon.
But
That's what I would say.
It's also a new regime and a new attitude, and Sean's got a huge personality. And if it doesn't match, it doesn't.
Might not be a cultural fit.
You don't need a reason to cut a guy. Guys get cut because they have brown eyes. You don't need a reason to get cut. Football's the only sport where contracts aren't guaranteed. So
how brutal is that?
They bring you in Tuesday at noon and they cut you at Tuesday at 2.
From C. Walker, if you don't like it, you should have beaten us. Boom. Nelson Hakowich, our VP of Simmons, writes in, how many returnees are there on Hamilton that would even care? I don't know. Most of them. Both quarterbacks, Brandon Banks, Jalen Acklin, almost the entire offensive line, save for Mike Filer. A lot.
That's huge, though.
Hey?
Filer's one of the better players in the
starting
league.
Center, yeah.
Yeah, he's...
Well,
Was he an
let's go
all-star
down
center?
that road. Let's go down that road. How about your boy Blue? You never played with him, did you? But you know him well.
No, we flipped. When I left, he came here.
Brennan Labatt.
When I left Winnipeg, he was drafted there, and then when I left here, he came here.
We have a thing here.
But I hear
it's 11-11.
Someone told me that he's thinner than I am. I don't know. I find that hard to believe.
So do I. Are you body shaming him?
Yeah, but I'm not calling him skinny. The other one.
How do you feel about players opting out in the Canadian Football League this year?
Man, Rod, I don't know how guys are coming back and playing. Like, if you're 30 years old, maybe you're married, you have kids, or not married and have kids, you got to grow up. I mean, football's an awesome game to play, but at some point, and it's a CFL, it's not millions of the NFL. At some point, you got to be like, all right, you know what? I'm going to start working. I've got to start work. My baby needs to eat. My I'd like to drive a car and have shoes. I'm surprised that guys are coming back, because it is so hard. We could go on a whole other show. It's so hard to get on from football. Like I told you, I was 33 and I had to figure out how to sit at a desk because I'd never done it before. As easy as it sounds, it's impossible.
Do you remember the conversation you and I had? I don't know if we've ever talked about it on this show. Abou and I were good friends, believe it or not, when he played for the Rough Riders. You said to me when you were out in the real world after football, you said, this is weird. In football, we work all week to a game, and then we start working again for the next game. It takes a week, and you're like, the real world, we're doing it every day. The game never ends.
You don't get evaluated. There's no way to know if you're doing good or bad. And if you lose a game, now you get to start again next week. Whereas life is just
over.
If I don't finish my paperwork today, I got to do it tomorrow. And if I don't do it Friday, I got to do it Monday.
Yes. General Immelrith, watching on YouTube, says the CFL is like the AHL of the NFL. Oh my God, we've already had enough holy wars today and jihads over vaccinations. No, don't call the CFL a minor league.
No, the reason why...
Not doing that today.
The only reason I think the CFL has stuck around and the XFL and all those other AFLs and ABC leagues are gone is because it's different. It's not the same. You're not seeing B-rate NFL players. You're seeing Weston Dressler. You're seeing Doug Flutie. You're seeing guys that don't fit that NFL game. You're seeing Milt Stiegel, who couldn't crack it a couple of times. He's Charles Roberts. Damn.
G. Roy Simon. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Corey Sheets was just talking about him the other day.
Defense line. It's a different nose tackle. There's no 400-pound players in the CFL. It's a different game, and that's a success. And small town kind of Canada players getting the vibe and all that kind of stuff. It's very unique. It's not the CFL.
Wayne in Victoria writes that he says, I vote for Abou to be the regular Football Friday guest. We found it. That was easy. Can somebody...
How about that?
Darren is watching the show on Game Plus TV in his office and Colin Cowherd live on YouTube at the same time. Moose, if you're watching, can you grab Abou a Rockstar of the Day shirt from the storage facility?
Ooh.
Yeah. We got new shirts, by the way. You've had the hat, but we've got shirts now. Can you grab one, Moose, and throw it on the set?
Can I get a medium?
Aaron Beach says, wow, a Charles Roberts reference. Love it.
There's not enough.
Do you think
Charles
there's
Roberts.
NFL stars that are puffing darts before games like Charles Roberts?
You know what? I think there's not a lot, but yeah, I think there's people that smoke.
In the NFL?
Charles would go out at halftime and smoke darts with the fans. That was, I think, the greatest.
Thanks. Double X, Darren. Double X.
Greatest thing
Are you
ever.
a single X now or double X?
I'm a large.
Come on!
Yeah.
What are you tipping the Toledos at these days? Don't ask me.
I don't have a scale. I don't know.
Right. Just like Luke. From Dominic D, he says, you guys are better than Cowherd. Thank you, and I agree. From General Imlereth again, he says, don't worry, Rod, LOL. I don't hate the CFL. I grew up going to Stamps games in McMahon. I loved it. I don't know, if you're a Calgary guy and you're a CFL person, you understand people. Darren, you can throw it out. Bring it out. Did you lose weight around your head, too? Is that a medium hat? It's all we got, Darren. Because that barely fits that cranium. It looks good, though. Looks really good. And can you hold the shirt up? Put on the hat and hold up the shirt. How about that? Spicy.
Oh, wow.
And Bob's your uncle.
This is great.
Bob's your uncle. Spicy. How about that?
Look at that. You look like a Saskatchewan farmer.
What? Oh, wait, hang on a second. That's a bit better.
Well, you kind of are.
Oh.
There you go. Look at you. Now you look like a trucker.
What?
Or a NASCAR fan. Hey.
Sure I don't look like a champion wearing this Manchester City jersey, but anyway.
Are they the champs? I didn't know. Is that new?
Yeah.
You're so disappointed in me and my lack of knowledge of soccer, but you know nothing about lacrosse.
I try and sneak a little soccer in every, like Canada losing 2-1 versus Mexico, the only team to score against Mexico in the last 11 games. But I'm just
Thank you for mentioning that.
Canada soccer. Giddy up.
Okay. Where is it here? From Dominic D. He looks like he's on the RP tour. He is. I want to see photos of you in that. Abou, any parting words? Looks like you're locked in every Friday.
No, I want to say donate kidneys and stuff like that.
How about you being a big deal in Winnipeg, eh?
Organ donation is important. That's the only thing I wanted to get off my chest today, and I did a horrible job of it.
You got a minute. He donated a kidney to his dad. Can you wrap that up in a minute?
I donated a kidney to my dad. Easiest, I got 10 weeks off of work. Just got to chill out and relax. Best thing I ever did. Saving a life, literally easy. One of the easiest things I ever did. Do it. It's worth it. If you have the opportunity to save a loved one's life, go ahead and do it, please. And if you don't, do the donor cards. You can save, post-mortem, after you're dead, you can save 75 people's lives. Just with you and your tissue, 75 people.
Wow.
And people need heart. Think about people that you love right now that need a liver, need a kidney, need blood, need something. You've got it. If you were in grade 8 and you had an extra pencil, you'd give it to someone that didn't have a pencil. You've got all this stuff and you don't need them. Please.
Fill out your donor cards.
Fill out your donor cards. And you know what I did today? I'm waiting for the sticker to go on my health card. I just wrote in Sharpie, donor, because I don't know what the percentage is, but it's well over 75%. They forget. People die. No one forgets about organ donation, and everything goes into the garbage. And 75 people die for no reason.
There's our rock star of the day. Great to see you, Boo. Have a great long weekend.
Lovely.
There you go. Rock star of the day for Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions. Look at that. He's leaving here like he just won at the fair. Justin Dunk in next from 3 Down Nation. It's a FlameTech Football Friday on the Game Plus TV network, YouTube, and Facebook live streaming and 24-hour sports radio for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Direct West has been the bridge for me from not dealing with social media or digital presence to having a presence. You have to take the leap of faith, so to say, and I'm glad we have. Direct West has helped us out immensely to get our presence online as far as digitally and also with the social media page. To see the results is just puts a smile on your face.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar buying group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Regina and surrounding area since 1978. We are excited to announce the new Bryant Furnace Trade-in Allowance program. If you have a working Bryant furnace, 15 years old or less, you may be eligible to receive a new furnace at a discounted rate. If you'd like to take advantage of the Bryant Trade-in program, or to hear how we can help improve your home, give us a call today at 306-781-2090.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming, the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
Direct West provides us with stats and analytics, and it's amazing for us to look and see that each year we're 10 to 20% higher on our Google leads. It's great to see the success that our locations are having. The Direct West app gives us an opportunity to be in one place for people to find any of our locations or our commodities. Without Direct West, we would have to be in multiple digital places. I would recommend Direct West. They're great to work with.
Capital is Regina's trusted Ford Lincoln dealership. Whether you're on the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we got you covered. And when it's time for service work, you can trust our factory-trained technicians who specialize in repairing any make or model. Don't take our word for it. Check out CapitalFordLincoln.com to see how we roll and to learn about what other customers are saying about working with us. Your dealership experience should be fun, easy, and transparent. And that's what you get when you choose Capital Ford Lincoln, Regina's trusted Ford Lincoln dealership.
Here's how your business can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show. All you have to do is contact us, and we will tell you all about the dynamic and exciting marketing opportunities we have, utilizing a fully integrated 360-degree multi-platform. Imagine your business seen and heard across Canada on Game Plus TV and around the world on the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. You will use one of the most overused expressions in sports. You gotta be kidding me. Get your business involved. Contact the Rod Pedersen Show today.
Laid back and kicking it, let's head back to the studio. Here's Rod.
FlameTech Football Friday continues. And I'm just so darn glad that I wore my Toronto Blue Jays pullover today, because I knew that it would be a big day for Canada's team. And it's a FlameTech Football Friday, as you can see on the screen for those watching on Game Plus TV and streaming. And here's the news. I'm ringing the bell because I'm going to get to the sports update early, Moose, because we've got so much to get to otherwise, business-wise, and as it has to do with football. So Jose Barrios is headed to the Blue Jays. This is new this morning. The team made a huge splash today ahead of the 4 p.m. Eastern Major League Baseball trade deadline in acquiring the 27-year-old righty from the Minnesota Twins in exchange for top prospects Austin Martin and Simeon Woods Richardson. Barrios has enjoyed yet another strong season for the Twins, posting a 3.48 ERA in 20 starts so far this year. The hard-throwing righty is eligible for arbitration next season and can become a free agent after 2022. Everybody knew that the Blue Jays needed help on the mound, and they've got it. And they may not be done yet. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays are finally home. They are set to take on the Kansas City Royals at Rogers Center tonight. It's the end of a nomadic journey for the Blue Jays, who played the entire 2020 season and over half of this season in the United States due to COVID. It's a gold medal nearly 30 years in the making. The women's 8 rowing squad roared to victory early this morning in Japan, giving Canada its 3rd gold medal at the Tokyo Games. Canada hadn't won gold in the event since the 1992 Barcelona Games. And it will be Canada versus the United States in Monday's women's soccer semifinal. Canada outscored Brazil 4-3 on penalty kicks to advance after their quarterfinal ended 1-1. The U.S. defeated the Netherlands 4-2 on penalties after a 2-2 tie. And Canada's Penny Oleksiak narrowly missed winning a Canadian record 7th Olympic medal. The star swimmer posted a Canadian record in the women's 100-meter freestyle, but finished off the podium in 4th. This sports update for dubnetwork.ca, your number one source for Western Hockey League breaking news and analysis with the best team of writers across Western Canada. Visit today, dubnetwork.ca. And for Ben Cahoon's G2G protein bars, now with 8 amazing flavors, including the new almond mocha. RP Show viewers get 20% off with the promo code RP Show. Order yours today at g2gbars.ca. Whew, that's a mouthful. Hey, Moose.
Hi.
What you been doing?
Watching the show.
How's it look on Game Plus TV?
It looks awesome. You know it does. And
I knew. I just wanted to hear it.
It was great to see Abou back in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's been a while since we've seen him, and big, kudos to him for the kidney donation, and that takes a lot of courage, and I'm pretty proud of him for that. And so it's good to see his face in here again. Hopefully, it's not. It's going to happen more often here soon.
You said that we should have had a camera on in the break. We got into the vaccination thing, and trust me, I'm not going to out his health status. My God. But we talked about going to Winnipeg. He's all worried about us going to Winnipeg in 2 weeks to do the live show. Yes, we're going to do the live show. All these Winnipeg viewers are writing in asking where from. And can I say right now the plan is the Canada Life Center. How long did it take before we were in a war this morning?
Not long.
2 minutes?
Yeah, less. Much less.
I hadn't seen his face in 6 months.
But that's good. That's how, he's got the fire.
Yeah, that's what you want.
We can go back and forth. And guess what? We can go back and forth on a variety of topics, which we did. And we're still hugging it out at the end of the day. And we love each other and friends. And
of course.
It's good.
Well, you should be able to have those discussions with people.
Yeah.
They're blowing up your friendship. A lot of people talking today. Let's get real about something. Sid Spiegel passing away. There's been a lot of comments coming in, and it sucks for the Spiegel family. It sucks for the Alouettes. David in Winnipeg writes in and says, Alouettes co-owner Spiegel has passed away. But I don't even think he knew his first name. Like, it's brutal, of course. But with this ownership group, somebody tell me what the name of the company that he and Gary Stern own together, that steel company. I can't remember what the name. They're new on the scene. And they bought the Alouettes, and I don't think they played a game under their ownership.
The names haven't made a program yet.
They haven't even been in a program. And he's an older guy, from what I understand, and condolences for sure to his family. More than anything, aside from the family thing, is this guy never got to see his team play. And he's owned it for 2 years.
That sucks. Not to be able to see your team play, but it's just the pandemic. I mean, you bought the team, helped them out. We're all excited about the new direction of the Alouettes under this new ownership, and we really don't get to see that happen. Now, Gary Stern is still there, and so now it becomes completely his direction, and where will it go, and will he bring a partner in? I'm not sure. But right now, I mean, the Alouettes are mourning, and we just never got to see what that ownership was going to do with that team.
Right.
We never got to see it. So we have no idea what kind of owners they are or what the direction would be or, the exciting things we were talking about around these new owners. We don't get to see any of it. That sucks.
Hey, can you hit the quick six horn, Jordan? Because we got a very important text message that's come in here. From the 972, writing us on the Prairie Mobile text line, he says, "Hey, Rod, my name is Elwood Harris. I'm from Greenville, Texas, USA. Been following you for a minute. I am happy to see the CFL return for my 54th birthday. Missed it last year. Long live the Baltimore Stallions." And he writes that in all caps. Long live the Stallions.
Love it.
Grey Cup champions in 1995.
How about that?
I'm saving this in the phone. Elwood Harris from Greenville, Texas, USA. I think he might have been the guy that texted last week. Remember I said from Greenville? He goes, "Where'd you get that Pats golf shirt, Patriots golf shirt?" Was that you, Elwood? And I was like, it's not the Patriots, but. We were asking our viewers, what Olympic sport would you be good at? Because I just was watching table tennis last night going, I think I could give that guy a run for his money. I really thought that.
Mm-hmm.
And Jennifer down at the Four Seasons, she's watching. She says, if surly bartending was an Olympic sport, I'd take the gold. They're like, what?
Spicy.
Well, that'll work too.
How about that?
What did the guys serving like over his head?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah. And they get all the spin on it. It's like, oh, my gosh. They're pretty intense.
Yeah.
And then they get backed up way off the table, and somehow they hit some pretty heroic shots. It's fun. That is the one, right? Everybody thinks that they could do it and play.
Is this just not just me?
Until you get in there, and then it's just like zing, 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 the ball's gone. And you're like, I didn't even touch it.
Well, this doesn't just have to be a summer sport. Like, clearly hockey would be the number one sport that I feel that I could medal at. But what about biathlon? You must be watching that going, okay, cross-country skiing and
the skeleton. I could do the skeleton on your back.
The skeleton would not.
That would be.
It's got to be easy, right? It's just riding a sled down a tube.
I rode a lawn chair down a water slide. It's kind of the same thing, right?
How can you tell it's Friday? Adam Ridlow, watching on YouTube, says rowing would be a ton of fun.
It would.
From viewer Ryan Gregory, we need flag football in the Olympics. We need American rules tackle football.
Yes.
That's what we need. Let's settle this once and for all. Which nation's the best? Because you know what? Canada's starting to win some international competitions in football. That's the truth.
The juniors, they're winning.
Yes.
They've won back-to-back. I believe, Jim Mullen will correct me, president of Football Canada, but they've done very well knocking off the United States, Mexico, Japan. They're all getting pretty good at this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lance LaRose, watching on YouTube, says Barrios to the Blue Jays. Thank you, Lance, but we were all over that last hour. Coffee started at 10 Mountain.
Bob's your uncle.
We got to be here. Do you want to throw some of those graphic fireworks on too? What the hell? It's Friday. We're going in the long weekend. Can you find those?
That's a new one?
That's a new one.
You should have gave it the header.
I think I did.
How about that?
Out of the way.
Off the chest.
That reminds me when that foul ball came at me at Fenway Park and I dumped the beer on the guy behind me.
Ooh.
What a chicken. I didn't sit there and go, what else you got? That was hot. Whew. That blew my hair back.
Yeah.
Spicy.
What about the flags? No, they said they don't have any flags. Moose, hang on. Okay. From Nelson. Where did it go? Bad news for Indianapolis Colts fans. Carson Wentz out indefinitely with a foot injury. That didn't take long.
No, it didn't.
That did not take long. But, yeah, training camp's a long time. For him, a lot of it's mental. We already know that he can play. I'm sure they're not that concerned. But if you just one sec, Moose. If you can take that off the screen, we're going to talk for Come On Canada, our official betting partner, about some National Football League bets. The Dallas Cowboys. We're going to put the graphics up on the screen here in a minute. The Tennessee Titans. These are futures bets for who's going to win the Super Bowl this year. You can put your bets in now. And honestly, the Tennessee Titans face better odds to win a Super Bowl than the Dallas Cowboys, which shocks me a little bit. Shocks me. You're looking at it right there. Depending on how you look at it. But Dak Prescott injury aside, I don't know, man. I fully believe that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be in the NFC Championship game. Number one offense last year till Dak Prescott got hurt. Fired the defensive coordinator, which happened several months too late. They've got it all. What hurt them last year were two things. Coaching and Dak's injury. They've made the necessary changes. Dak's healthy. Current training camp injury notwithstanding. But the Tennessee Titans, Super Bowl? Are you in that camp?
Well, they overhauled their defense and brought in some pieces on the defensive line in the front seven. They brought in one of the top 5 or 6 receivers in the game in Julio Jones. They've got the number one running back in football in Derrick Henry.
True.
And they've got a capable quarterback now in Ryan Tannehill, who over the last couple of seasons has been a top 3 or 4 quarterback in the NFL since he's been in Tennessee. So he's found the right situation. The biggest concern I have with Tennessee is they lost their offensive coordinator. So without the coordinator, does Tannehill take a step back? Probably. You know, with Dak healthy, does Zeke take a step forward again? Probably. So I think Dallas at 31, I mean, you're probably getting them at a bargain. So betting on the Cowboys, I think they're going to be better than the odds makers are predicting. I think Tennessee's going to be better than the odds makers are predicting too.
Well, look, here's the those are our two teams, okay? And I have a policy of not betting on my own team, but that's on a single game. I think right now I would make that bet for the Super Bowl. But bets with value. Both LA teams, Chargers with a new coach, the Rams with a new quarterback with something to prove, right? Matt Stafford. These are very juicy odds. The New England Patriots missed the playoffs last year. They've got their COVID opt-outs back. Dante Stallworth comes to mind.
That's right.
Cam Newton, another year on the offense. That's a delicious bet. But on the flip side, bets you might not want to make is the Kansas City Chiefs. Just the odds are, they're the favorite. You're not going to win much money there.
Bingo.
And with the New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees is retired. And Teddy Bridgewater and Taysom Hill are their quarterbacks in training camp this week. Are we betting on them to win the Super Bowl?
I would not be at this point. Even with Michael Thomas, even with Alvin Kamara, and their defense is still pretty good, I'm not betting on the New Orleans Saints. I just am not. But you know, if you're a guy who believes, or a girl that believes, 6 weeks into the season, this team's going to get things together, then maybe you want to, throw some money on them now. But I'm not betting New Orleans or Baltimore for that matter. Lamar Jackson's shown a little bit of a inconsistency and a little bit of difficulty winning the big one.
Join now at comeon.com for a 100% bonus up to $1,500. They will match your bet. ComeOn.com or download the app. Jennifer at the Four Seasons says Dallas won't win with McCarthy at the helm. Bite your tongue. But I agree. Did you see him at the podium the other day? Just smug.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, you reporters are going to read into whatever you're going to read into. Whatever you're going to think, what you're going to think anyways. And I'm like, why do you got to be like that? He's on edge, and we're on day 4 of training camp.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
Great.
Right?
He just looks like his blood pressure's. Anyways, we got more business to get to. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching the RP show's FlameTech Football Friday on Game Plus TV, YouTube, and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports radio at Suds. For Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Comfort has always been something we as people strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about are able to go about their lives focusing on the things that matter. Our focus at FlameTech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry.
There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's Lifeline.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. DDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
Hey, Rod Squad, now you can join the team with your very own RP Show gear. Head to rodpedersenshop.com and get yours today while supplies last. It's just like we wear on the show, official RP Show gear at rodpedersenshop.com.
Oh, yeah, he's back. Time for more of the Rod Pedersen Show.
Welcome back, everybody. FlameTech Football Friday continues. Why am I ringing the bell?
I'm not sure. It's the
because,
weekend.
Yeah, because it's the long weekend. Welcome to the weekend. And we got a compacted segment here for the CFL's top insider, Justin Dunk, joining us from 3downnation.com to talk about all the latest. 1 week actually 6 days ahead of the CFL season opener next Thursday. Ticats at Blue Bombers. Friday, BC Lions at the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Of course, can we get Dunk on the screen here and bring him in from 3downnation.com? How you doing, JD? It's been far too long. Far too long, man.
Way too long, fellas. But we got a season to talk about. I got to first say, boys, enough drooling over your own teams, the Cowboys and the Titans. Neither of them are winning the Super Bowl, okay?
Okay. Smart guy. Who's going to the Super Bowl? Who's going to the Super Bowl and winning it?
There's only one answer. The Buffalo. Hey.
Little early in the day to be drinking, isn't it? Anyways, final cut down day, 10 p.m. Eastern. Tonight is the CFL final roster cut down, and some teams are ahead of the game. We're still waiting on others. But how about the vets being released, Justin, across the Canadian Football League? There's been some names that surprised me. How about you?
Certainly. Well, Sean Lemon and Vontae Diggs topped the list, who we had the news first at 3 Down Nation about those two. Now, I'm sure there's going to be other ones that come out, but Vontae Diggs was a surprise because he was Edmonton's most outstanding rookie in 2019, a proven commodity as a young player, and we already have the news that he's going to move to the Toronto Argos, and people are already saying, well, the cap, and they're way over. Well, the cap doesn't start until the regular season begins, okay? So just cool it for a second. Sean Lemon, to me, was surprising in the fact that, yes, the Elks are going with two Canadians at the defensive end spots in Kwaku Boateng and Matthew Betts, but you need a proven American there as a pass rusher. Sean Lemon has 70 sacks on his resume, maybe even more. I'm just remembering that number off the top of my head. So a guy that's on the street, but that can come into a team in a 14-game shortened season and instantly get after the quarterback. And 70% of the plays in this league, Rod, are passing plays. So you need dudes who can get after the pass.
For sure, and I'm just wondering how many of these guys you think will resurface. For instance, you saw the interview with Kenny Stafford that we had on the show this week, and thank you for the coverage at 3 Down. He said he was expecting a call. He didn't get it. Some of these guys have not. I'm hearing that some might end up in Saskatchewan, Thad Coleman, Chris Kasher, but they haven't yet. How many? Like, is Sean Lemon's phone going to ring, you think, this weekend?
I would imagine those guys that you just mentioned right there. Thad Coleman, a possibility to get signed once all the cuts are made. Also, Chris Kasher, he's a young dude that a lot of people thought his star was rising. And Sean Lemon, I can see getting signed as well, especially if there's some injuries that happened early in the season for all of that group. Saskatchewan should certainly be interested in all three of those players because they're trying to find a guy opposite AC Leonard. Yes, they really like him. They thought Tim Williams, the former third-round pick of the Baltimore Ravens, was going to be that guy, but he got bit by that Achilles bug that seems to be raging there in Saskatchewan. So certainly I can see a fit there with the way they're playing that 40 front, so 4 down linemen, to have AC Leonard on one side and Chris Kasher or Sean Lemon on the other.
Condolences to the family of Sid Spiegel, who passed away. The announcement was this morning from the Canadian Football League, co-owner of the Montreal Alouettes. I think it's classy, the outpouring from the fan base of this league, but the Alouettes didn't play a game under his ownership, I don't think. He bought the team at not a very good time, but a lot of people are asking, what does this mean to the ownership of the Alouettes moving forward? What do you know there, Justin?
It won't change anything. Gary Stern was the public face of it. And to be quite honest, you can't even find a picture of Sid Spiegel online. So Stern was the out in front guy as it was. They were so tight. And that was essentially a family steel business that they were running. So from what I've been told, there's not really going to be a change there because Stern was the vocal one and was leading the way. And those guys were so tight-knit as it was that they saw this as a smart decision when they bought the team back then and something they felt they could turn into an asset. So I would imagine Stern's going to continue on.
Hey, look, Justin, I've been firing questions at you. What do you have? What are you working on at 3 Down going into the long weekend here?
All right, well, the absolute latest, and you mentioned the roster deadline at 10 p.m. Eastern time. A lot of people where you guys are in Regina are wondering what's going to happen with the quarterback situation there. We know Cody Fajardo is going to be the starter, but behind him, the competition has been hot and heavy, just like your affection for the Dallas Cowboys, Roddy, but we'll save that for another day. So it seems like Isaac Harker has a leg up to be the backup there. All indications that I am getting is that Paxton Lynch has a really strong chance to make the roster there, that Mason Fine could go to the practice roster, and Tom Flacco might be the odd quarterback out. Now, that's not been exactly decided yet, and obviously nothing has been made official, but in terms of the quarterback situation there, that's how I've been told that it could unfold here.
And, of course, ideally nobody plays but Cody Fajardo, but that wasn't the case the last year this all happened, right? They left it on Isaac Harker to win that last game to clinch first, and he did it. But the Paxton Lynch thing certainly stirred up a lot of good headlines in the United States. You've noticed that, right? And Tom Flacco, too, for that matter. There's been a lot of coverage in the States with these guys being in camp with the green and white.
Certainly. Lynch, much more so than Flacco, having been a first-round pick in the NFL. Obviously, Tom Flacco tied to his brother, the Super Bowl winner, Joe Flacco, who's still slinging in the NFL. But in terms of Lynch, like, we had the exact details of his contract numbers, put those out. Pro Football Talk picked it up. And then they've also picked up a number of our other articles talking about, Lynch finding it difficult initially in training camp to get adjusted to the CFL game. And then Lynch standing out in the green and white scrimmage. That last drive, he led them to a field goal and 7 for 10 on the day, which actually was the best completion percentage of the group. Shout out to Rob Vanstone for tracking those completions and yards and attempts and touchdowns and interceptions and all the rest. So Lynch certainly is the headline grabber for anybody south of the border.
1 week before this season kicks off, how serious are the injuries? How much of a concern are the injuries to guys like Bo Levi Mitchell, Andrew Harris, and the like, the guys that are not practicing right now?
Bo Levi Mitchell, to be quite honest, not really worried about. It's a tight groin. It's more something that they just don't want to get worse. So they're sitting him out knowing that Bo knows the system there, right? Him and Dave Dickinson have been together for a number of years. As for Andrew Harris, there is a little bit of worry whether he could be at 100%. But to be quite honest, guys, let's put it this way. If you guys were in that situation where you were going to run out in front of your hometown crowd after, essentially a 2-year layoff, and you were the reigning Grey Cup champions, the banner's going to drop, would you want to be on the sidelines, or would you want to be suited and booted and ready to roll with your boys? Because I tell you what I would want to do, and I'm sure that's what Andrew Harris is planning to do.
All right, well, we will watch for that. Week 1 is a week away. Justin, quick but very informative. Have a great weekend, my friend. I appreciate the time.
You bet, guys. Enjoy it out there, too.
Thank you. The number one source for CFL information, 3downnation.com. That is the owner, proprietor, and top insider right there. Okay, overtime coming up. One more segment, and then it's long weekend time. It's a FlameTech Football Friday on Game Plus TV, YouTube, and Facebook live streaming, and 24-hour sports radio for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpeterson.com.
Have you subscribed to the Rod Peterson Show YouTube channel yet? Head to youtube.com/The Rod Peterson Show now.
Ultimate Fan Zone. Shop online. UltimateFanZone.ca. Slick, user-friendly. We built this site for the die-hard sports fans. Jerseys, hats, team apparel, offering officially licensed fan gear from the best lines in sports. Nike, New Era, Adidas, Fanatics. Game day ready to your door. Now, just a click away. UltimateFanZone.ca. Or check us out on Facebook and Instagram. UFC Downtown Moose Jaw. Home of everything authentic.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming of the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Regina and surrounding areas since 1978. We are excited to announce the new Bryant Furnace Trade-in Allowance program. If you have a working Bryant furnace, 15 years old or less, you may be eligible to receive a new furnace at a discounted rate. If you'd like to take advantage of the Bryant Trade-in program, or to hear how we can help improve your home, give us a call today at 306-781-2090.
At Capital GMC, we don't just sell vehicles, we buy them too. You know how we always have such a big inventory with an amazing selection? That's because we buy all makes, all models, and all years. We're going to give you the best price every time. And you don't even have to buy from us. All you have to do is visit us online or in-store, answer a few questions about your vehicle, and we'll get you a great offer. We'll even cut you a check on the same day. So So save yourself the hassles of selling privately and sell it to us. Because at Capital GMC, we'll buy it.
Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions is Saskatchewan's only full-service supply chain company. Strategic sourcing, PO creation, and order expediting, VMI and vending solutions, and free delivery are just a few of the supply chain services we provide. If your company needs it, Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions can get it for you. Price, quality, service, Rockstar Supply Chain Solution is helping Saskatchewan companies buy better.
Here's how your business can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show. All you have to do is contact us, and we will tell you all about the dynamic and exciting marketing opportunities we have, utilizing a fully integrated 360-degree multi-platform. Imagine your business seen and heard across Canada on Game Plus TV and around the world on the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. You will use one of the most overused expressions in sports. You gotta be kidding me. Get your business involved. Contact the Rod Pedersen Show today.
You got something to say? You want to add to the show? What are you waiting for? Don't just sit there. Say something. Now, back to the studio with Rod.
Oh, boy. Welcome back, everybody. It is overtime. Breaking news on this Friday. That's why you love daytime sports talk. I know it. I know it's why I love it, and you too, Moose, eh?
That's right.
In need of pitching as the trade deadline approaches this afternoon, the Toronto Blue Jays significantly upgraded their starting rotation by acquiring right-handed pitcher Jose Berrios from the Minnesota Twins today. The two-time All-Star has a 7-5 record with a 3.48 ERA and 126 strikeouts over 20 starts with the Twins this season. Berrios' services did not come cheap. Toronto parted ways with two prospects, infielder Austin Martin and right-handed Simeon Woods Richardson, to land the 27-year-old. So, and the Blue Jays are home tonight to the Kansas City Royals. So how about that? So you're giving up some of the future? I like it. How do we feel about that? Maybe we need to come back and face off on that, Moose.
I'm okay with it because the future is now for the Jays.
Yes.
The future is now. And, you know, the life of the window is always small, and the life of a baseball player is shorter than you think. So I really think that the window is now for this team.
If you believe in yourself, if you believe in your system,
there
will be more Austin Martins.
That's right.
Every Friday, we do the MySask 411 Business of the Week. That's what we do in this province, connect people to businesses, businesses to people, and businesses to businesses. You know what we are featuring this week, Moose, as our Business of the Week?
What's
for
that?
MySask 411? Prairie Storm Paintball. Ready for a fun adventure?
Nice.
Then head to Prairie Storm Paintball, located in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Owner and operator Levi Dombowski has run Prairie Storm Paintball since 2004 and offers multiple different packages and different arenas for your friends and family to play in. Find them on MySask 411 today. So you can literally go to that app, which I've downloaded on my main screen, type in paintball, and that would come up. That's how it works. It's a phone book in your hand. And by the way, I've been driving to Moose Jaw to go visit the Ultimate Fan Zone and the Mad Greek, and that you see it on the south side of the highway. How I saw it was, I'm like, that looks really cool. What is that up there? And then I saw a bunch of guys running around. Pop, 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 pop. That's what it was.
When's the last time you did paintball?
1998 in Calgary.
Would you do it again?
Prairie Storm Paintball. Of course I'd do it again.
Okay.
Perry Shockey, are you watching right now in Lethbridge, Alberta? We had a fun team event with the Regina Pats. Split the team in two, the staff and everything. And I shot Perry Shockey in the back with my paintball gun. He was on my team.
How about that?
Sorry, Shocks!
By accident or on purpose?
On purpose!
Of course. Hey, Perry.
23 years later, the cat's out of the bag. Bah! It was me!
And you're looking over your shoulder. Who got you?
I know. I can't remember if that was the last. Well, I was doing it one time in PA with the Raiders. Dennis Pedersen, Shane Toporowski, 90.
Oh, man.
And I'll never forget, we were fighting the local paintball club. It was the Raiders against the local guys. And they gave us a bunch of guns, Darren, that the balls went bloop. And they had the high-powered, like they could have gone to war in Iraq with these things. And I'll never forget, I was wearing a mask, but it didn't cover my whole head. I got smoked right here. Oh. With one of these I could have died. I threw my gun down and tried to find the guy. He took off running.
It.
Yeah, my God, screw the paint gun. I'm going to rip. Yeah.
Well, you don't have a glass jaw, we found out.
No, I can take a punch, as I've found out the hard way over the years.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
We only got like a minute or two left.
Thank God those days are over. So we're done with the MySass thing. And we're going to face off for the Ultimate Fan Zone and the Mad Greek Restaurant. The Toronto Blue Jays, Darren, we've decided that they're not winning a pennant. Are we believing they're going to win 100 games now?
Yes.
It's almost August.
Yes, they are. I'm not bailing on it now.
I'm looking up the standings. They just put the camera on me. I'm not checking my phone.
I made that prediction like 2 weeks ago. I'm not back. I can't bail on it after 2 weeks.
Some people would.
No, 100 wins. They're there.
But they're not going to win the pennant, right? They're going to probably, at best, challenge for a wild card spot, and which is fine. That's what they had last year. But they're sitting at 51 wins right now. The Red Sox 63, Tampa 61, Yankees 53, Blue Jays 51. So no, that was an easy one. They're not going to win 100 games. The question is, are they going to claim a wild card berth? And I will say yes, but they got to get going. But today's news with the acquisition of Berrios helps.
Yeah.
The face-off is brought to you by the Ultimate Fan Zone Moose Jaw. Now just a click away. UltimateFanZone.ca, or check us out on Facebook and Instagram. I got this Blue Jays pullover from Ultimate Fan Zone Moose Jaw. And brought to you by the Mad Greek in Moose Jaw, available for licensed dining, group orders, catering, delivery, and our takeout window is open. Visit the Mad Greek Eatery today. One of the viewers wrote in here and said, Paintball Paradise? What are you talking about? We're talking about Prairie Storm Paintball. Think about the junior hockey B team that is run by Drew Koser. The Brent Sutter of the Prairie Junior Hockey League. The Prairie Storm. Think of it that way. I guess, yeah, and PA it was 28 years ago. I don't remember. He's asking if that was the name of them. How many paintball places can there be in Prince Albert? What's the question going on here about Travis Lulay?
Not sure.
Doesn't matter. Coming up next week, we got the CFL preview all week. Farhan Lalji, Nick Lewis, Davis Sanchez, Doug Brown. It's going to be great. Happy long weekend, everybody. Stay safe. See you, Moose.
Later.
You like me to shut up. He wants me to talk. How about that?